What's going on, guys? John back here with another Madden video. This is the off-season episode, so we're gonna go through. First of all, we're gonna see who wins the Super Bowl between the Bengals and the 49ers, and the winner of that is, my guess is the Bengals with Joe Burrow, since in this world, he did not get injured. But no, the Niners pull it out, and here's the 2023 season recap. Niners win by 7, their 6th championship. Fred Warner gets Super Bowl MVP. And then obviously on the right side, Josh Allen, Doug Peterson, Tyreek Hill, Max Crosby, Bijan, and Devin Witherspoon take away all the major awards. All right, so we're gonna start by. I don't think we have any staff people that need to come back, but let's look at our retirements. Hopefully, no one important retired. We'll just look at my teams first. James Ferentz, Joe Flacco, Lawrence Guy, and Matthew Slater. But notable guys around the NFL: Case Keenum retired, Jerry Hughes, David Quessenberry, Jason Peters, and Bobby Wagner. Those are two major players. Demario Davis is gone. Maybe I'll stop calling Demario Douglas Demario Davis. Let's see. Anyone else important? Brian Hoyer, I guess. Patriots legend Brian Hoyer. Andy Dalton, Robbie Gould, Randall Cobb, Dwayne Brown, Tyrod Taylor, Trent Williams. That's huge for the Niners, going out with a Super Bowl. Calais Campbell, Julio, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham, and Casey Hayward. 4 major players for the Eagles. Actually, I don't know if Julio or Hayward did anything, but Damian Williams, Chiefs legend, probably should have won the Super Bowl MVP when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in 2020. He did a lot better than Mahomes did. And I love Mahomes, but I think Damian Williams deserved that. He did amazing. Kareem Jackson, no more dirty hits. Josh Norman can stop getting stiff-armed by Derrick Henry now. The wrong Michael Thomas, he's retired. Chiefs long snapper James Winchester retired, and I'm guessing a lot of you guys are like long snappers and stuff. Jimmy Graham, he's retired. Marvin Jones, Cole Beasley, JPP, he's retired. Ndamukong Suh. Chase Daniel, he played for the Chiefs. Rex Burkhead, another Patriots legend. And then Pete Carroll, the only other player. And then apparently the only position change has been Marley Mapu getting edited. I think that should be. Oh yeah, here's the draft class. I had to make sure you guys don't know I'm cheating, but I doubt any of you would care. So now we have some players we need to upgrade after staff week. It's just someone on our practice squad. We're going to auto-upgrade him. We will skip staff week since we don't have any positions to fill and go to re-signing players, which I feel like the biggest guy we need to re-sign, because we already re-signed Mike Onwenu. We already signed Kyle Duggar. Now, in real life, I'm recording this either during or after Monday Night Football, and Bailey Zappi played amazing in the first half. The Steelers are coming back, but Bailey Zappi has 240 yards and 3 touchdowns. He does have a pick now, but before that pick, he was playing immaculate. First half, he had like 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. But yeah, I feel like we're not going to accept Mac Jones' 5th-year option, but we're going to bring back Mike Gesicki. I'm going to go 3 years, and he wants to come back. So we got Mike Gesicki. Mac Jones, you're staying. Hunter Henry, no. Trent Brown, it's just not going to happen. Too expensive. Zeke, you're going to have to go. Kendrick Bourne, never got to play with him, but we're going to let him go. Maybe we sign him back in free agency. Jalen Mills, Raekwon Millen. Bailey Zappi, maybe I bring back after we get through free agency. But no one else really of note. So we will now go to free agency period number 1. And I believe we also get to see a mock draft now. No mock draft, but there are combine results. We'll start with combine results because I want to see who our quarterback shall be. We'll just look at my favorites I have so far. Nope, that's not favorites. Here we go. Favorites. Chris Thomas. How did he do in everything? Number 3 tight end. Obviously great intangibles. All of his ratings. If you want to see the key info, there's the rating scale. And then skills. He seems amazing. Nick Parrish. We'll look at Nick Parrish. These are just the 4 guys I looked at originally. He's super fast. He's the fastest receiver in that one play. Josh Hales obviously is the one that the injury-prone quarterback, but he looks amazing. He's got to be my draft pick, even though he's going to get injured. And then Cordell Goodwin might be my first-round pick, if nothing else, with that great speed. Because if you watch any of the videos, Jonathan Jones got burned a lot. But I don't know what exactly pick we have. I know it'll be something up here. Maybe we trade up for Chris Thomas if we do not have that top pick. If we don't have the 3rd pick or whatever he's supposed to go. But now let's look at the free agents. We have 49 players currently, and it's a crappy class. I'm just gonna get that out there now. No one really of note. Jadeveon Clowney, like we have. I'm gonna do my best lineup first, so you can see who we have everywhere. Because currently I adjust the depth chart me only. So let's just do best lineup. Currently we got Mac Jones. We got Kevin Harris, who I mentioned in the earlier episode. I feel like we're going to trade Devontae Parker. Maybe trade Juju, but Devontae Parker definitely. We need a left tackle, maybe a right guard. I probably should move Jabril Peppers maybe to free safety, and then maybe sign a second strong safety for when Duggar plays middle or sub linebacker. We still have Marcus Jones. We have five star dev corners, so I might just trade Jonathan Jones and maybe Jack Jones. I want to get rid of J.C. Jackson too, but at the same time, maybe it's smart to keep him. Run J.C. Jackson, Christian Gonzalez, and maybe the rookie. And then we have punter and kicker. And then at specialist, that's all the positions. That doesn't really matter right now, the specialist. We can get that adjusted eventually. But I think what I want to start with is packaging a trade for Devontae Parker. We don't need Devontae Parker. He's going to go. If we just look through all the other positions, there's probably someone here that has a huge cap hit, like Josh Uche 4.8, but that's just because we signed him. We can always move him to right outside and trade Jelani Taivai. We might have to cut Chris Board. Chris Board's contract is huge. But yeah, like I talked about J.C. Jackson having a big contract. That's just not something we want to have on the books. Same with like Adrian Phillips. I want to cut him, but I mean, if we're not going to contend this year and there's no one that we need money for, is there really a point? We're going to put them in the trade finder. Looks like we got some offers that look intriguing. This also helps me find teams that are interested. Like I'd say maybe we go for the Cardinals. They look like they're giving up the most. So Cardinals. Who do they have that we could want? I said I wanted a strong safety, but they've got Budda Baker, but they're not giving me Budda Baker. Trade block. Could we get their first round pick for this? I doubt it, but we'll go first and second first. No, they're not gonna accept this. But I feel like maybe if we do second and a next year, second and third, it could get the ball rolling. All right, so maybe we go Jonathan Jones in one of our draft picks because Devontae Parker doesn't seem to have a ton of value. Oh, and we got the number 2 overall pick. So if you go Jonathan Jones, number 2 overall pick, that's like getting a first round pick in there. And you're going to see a ton of people offering. Like we get Puka Nacua, which doesn't seem very realistic in my eyes. Who is it? Devontae Parker and Jelani Taivai. All 3 of them into the trade finder. And we got some decent offers. Maybe we go Jalen Petrie. I think maybe getting Jalen Petrie would be a big trade. So go to the Texans. Trade some of their young core away, but they get some veteran leadership that they need. So you give me Jalen Petrie. And what would I need to do to get a second from you guys? Okay. This is a decent thing. I think if we give like a next year third and just build off of that. So next year third and this year fourth. And there we go. So first trade of the offseason, Jonathan Jones, Devontae Parker, Jelani Tavai, and a third next year, fourth this year, are going to the Texans for Jalen Petrie and a second round pick. And this is important because that means Kyle Duggan can keep playing sub linebacker without having to worry about not getting as much time with Jabril Peppers starting. And now I feel like we go for free agents. Look at wide receiver first with us trading away one of our best wide receivers. Who's someone? I mean, we could bring back Kendrick Bourne, the fastest guy. You got like Quez Watkins is just elite speed, but like, is he actually going to be that good? That's the question. Curtis Samuel seems like he'd probably be expensive, but I mean, he doesn't have a lot of offers. So if I give him a 3-year deal, but just lower the money a lot, he's sort of interested in coming here. If I give him like that, he's not going to be interested at all, but there could be a chance. I guess if we wanted to sign a quarterback, I'd sign a mentor quarterback, which are just quarterbacks or players that have 10 or more years of experience, like Colt McCoy or Nick Foles, but I want one that could potentially play. So Teddy Bridgewater, we'll just sign you to a 1-year deal, very low cost. That's not that big of a deal. Other than that, I think going for a left tackle besides Trent Brown, because Trent Brown's going to be really expensive. Jonah Williams, if we sign you to a 2-year deal, why does his picture look so big? We give Jonah Williams a 2-year deal, and then we don't have a good left guard right now. But I feel like right guard would be more important. Cesar Ruiz, start over Saidi Sao, is that how you pronounce that name? I think we give Cesar a 4-year deal to extend the contract out. That could be good. And that's 4 contracts handed out. So what other positions are we weak at? Have a left end. I think D tackle, maybe. Grover Stewart. Yeah, we only have Devon Gaushaw. So if we just lower the money on that part a big amount, and it's about halfway up, but yeah, we're not top of there. So who doesn't have any offers? Michael Pierce and Poona Ford both don't have offers. I'll give Poona Ford a 2-year deal, bring down the money a bit. That should get him interested. So we'll look at these 5 deals. Currently, it's Curtis Samuel, Poona Ford, Jonah Williams, Cesar Ruiz, who we're tied for the top pick in, and Teddy Bridgewater. Samuel probably won't sign, and we get Jonah Williams. Okay, good first play. And who's the one that's missing? Okay, so people have already signed. Stephon Gilmore to the Lions, OBJ to the Falcons, Leonard Williams to the Commanders. Who was the guy I was looking at? Oh, Hunter Henry goes to the Titans. That was our Cesar Ruiz. He goes to the Raiders. Okay. So we got our left tackle now. I guess Kendrick Bourne, I feel like I don't want to sign him. Like I feel like Rashid Shaheed would be a better option. And he's only got 1 offer. So we'll give him a 2-year deal. We'll give him the neutral risk just straight off the bat. If whichever one accepts first between him and Curtis Samuel, I'll just take away the other deal. Now, back to right guard. Let's look at left guards that we can always switch to right guard. Dalton Reisner on a 2-year contract to lower down the money a little bit. And there's our 5 contracts again. So we'll now go back to targeted, do another signing, and one person is not here. It is Poona Ford. So Poona Ford signs here. And now we have one more offer to hand out. And we'll just go. Steven Nelson could be someone to get us experience in the cornerback room. He might not actually make the team, but who are some guys that, if it ever loads. Oh, I'm not targeting it, that's why it's not loading. Who are some guys that are there any mentors on here? Mike Hilton could be decent. Patrick Peterson. Maybe he won't return a kickoff on us if he's on our team. We'll give Pat Peterson a 1-year deal for now. Go through all of the signing procedures. And okay, 3 people are gone. We're missing Pat Pete, Oh, and Rashid Shaheed and Curtis Samuel. We get Samuel and Rashid Shaheed goes somewhere else. Let's see where he went. Rashid Shaheed went to the Falcons. So to their division rivals, the Saints division rivals, the Falcons. The only other receivers assigned, OBJ to the Falcons, Rashid Shaheed to the Falcons, Brian Edwards to the Falcons. So 3 Falcons receivers. And then Josh Reynolds to the Titans. And then we get Curtis Samuel. That's big because I think Curtis Samuel could be good for us. And now we don't have any offers on the board. So who do we have at tight end right now? Only Mike Gesicki. We'll give Pharaoh Brown a 1-year contract. Bring him back to Pittsburgh. We're not in Pittsburgh. Wherever we are. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, that means Patrick Peterson didn't sign either. Which means I want a corner that has mentor trait. Or the mentor tag, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Chris Harris is the only one on here. I kind of want to give CJ Henderson a chance. He's fast and young, so if we just sign him to a 2-year contract, that could get us over. And then we'll also sign one of the old guns. Chris Harris. Malcolm Butler. He doesn't have the mentor tag, though. Here we go. This is a guy that won't cost a ton of money, and he will not make the team. So he has no options, but he'll probably come to just be a mentor for our team. We're going to sim to next week, and then we'll look through all the players that have high contracts and talk about whether or not we're going to cut them. Because I remember looking through the trades, there was some guys that were like 60s, and they had high contracts. First, we're going to look at the mock draft. Okay, so it has us picking at number 2 and picking the tight end. But Spencer Rudolph, the quarterback, drops to 4 in this draft. And I have a feeling that if Rudolph drops us at the 2nd pick and he looks good, we're drafting him. Nick Parrish here goes to 10. Where's the other guy we liked? The corner. Oh, he went at 9. Okay, anyone else that we liked that went in the first round? I doubt it, seeing that I didn't really look through a ton of people. This Nick Hobbs guy kind of looks good going to the Chiefs. The first mock draft was midway through the season. They also had us picking Chris Thomas. So I feel like Chris Thomas, if Rudolph doesn't look good, I'm using my focus scouting on Rudolph and then also Hales. And if neither of them look good, we're going to go through and make some changes. But all right, looking at salaries, who are the guys we can get the most money saving? J.C. Jackson. Okay. Devon Godshaw, David Andrews, Dietrich Wise, Adrian Phillips, probably going to have to go. We did sign Patrick Peterson. So there's one pick. Yeah, Calvin Anderson, you're going to have to go. Chris Board, you're going to have to go. Daniel Ikwale. I'm just going to cut all of these guys. They're not going to have any value. They're on 1-year deals, and they're not good deals. Adrian Phillips, I feel bad for cutting. So we're going to keep Adrian Phillips here for now. If Adrian Phillips doesn't, if I don't have a reason to keep Adrian Phillips, maybe we let him go. But Chris Board, you're the other guy. Okay, so we just freed up a couple mil. I don't want to get rid of Matthew Judon, but we might have to. And then obviously J.C. Jackson has probably one of the worst contracts ever. We're owing him 14 mil over the next 3 years. It's just not great. Judon obviously is going to be our best player. We're going to have to keep him. There's no question about it. But none of these other guys I really want to get rid of. Dante Johnson, obviously, he's on a 1-year deal. Excuse me. Doesn't really matter. Sean Wade, the guy I mentioned, I don't know who that kid is. Ramondre, very cheap deal. We're going to have to sign him to a huge deal next year, though. That's the problem. He will be a free agent. But if we look back at free agents, who else did we sign? We're down to only 2 people, which means we also got Patrick Peterson, CJ Henderson, and Dante Johnson. Currently, Pharaoh Brown and Teddy Bridgewater are the only ones on here. I don't want to offer any of these guys. Maybe Kendrick Bourne, see if he makes the roster. We have an 84 overall, and I want to get Demario Douglas reps. So we might just keep him. Maybe we get a second running back. Like if there's someone in free agency that's like older, has the mentor tag. Cordero Patterson seems like the perfect guy for that. Just a 1 year deal, just to come in, play good for us. Maybe we sign a fullback too. Andy Janovich. Who has the best run block? Run block and then also has decent pass block. Sethan Carter. You're about to get signed to a 1 year, very low deal. You're not going to want to come here at all because I'm giving you a crappy contract. But that's not my problem now, is it? Other positions we have young players at. I think it's middle linebacker with Marte Mapu. Who are some old guys that have mentor tags that won't be a lot of money? Oh, wow. A lot of them are already... Yeah, all of them are going to be signed. Reggie Ragland played for the Chiefs. He actually was on our Super Bowl team. So John Bostic, we're just going to sign you to the minimum, obviously, just to come in and be a mentor. Do we have outside linebackers? No. Oh, yeah, that's right, because I traded Jelani Tavai. We'll just sign DJ Wanham because we do have Uche, which we will definitely move to this side. But Wanham will give you a 1 year contract. You're gonna hate the contract. You're not gonna want to come here. But if you don't have any other deal, you might as well, right? We have depth at right end. Do we have depth at D tackle now? No, we still only have one D tackle. So I'll just go out, sign Matthew Ioannidis. Geez, he's fallen off a cliff. I remember he used to be pretty high overall in Madden. And we'll also give another Chief, Derek Nottie, a 1 year deal to give us 3D tackles so we can rotate in and out. Maybe we change the scheme up. I don't know. Do we have a backup right tackle? Yeah, we have a backup right tackle. Do we have backup right? I have to make sure we have all backups to all the positions. Gabe Jackson, you're a mentor too. Come mentor our random guy I did not know we had. Sidney Sow, I think is his name. We have 2 centers named Andrews. Left guard, we should have a backup. Yep, Antonio Mafi. And then left tackle, I don't think we do. Oh, we don't even have a starting left. Oh yeah, we have Jonah Williams. So we'll sign Cam Fleming to just a really bad deal. He's not going to want to come here, but we'll go through these. Who's going to show up? I don't know. Maybe I want Cordell Patterson among all of these guys. We do not get we do get Cordell Patterson. We get Cordell Patterson, Derek Nottie, Ioannidis, Teddy Bridgewater, and Bostic. And I don't really want anyone else. I'm just going to sim through the rest of these offers. These are all just the really bad offers I gave people, but they don't have any other offers. So we'll see. We'll just sim to the end of free agency. If there's another mock draft, we'll look at that first, which there isn't. Okay, we're just going to... Oh, we don't have a right outside linebacker. That's why we need DJ Wanham. Hopefully Wanham will sign. Did he? Drumroll, please. No. All right. First, look at the mock draft. And it probably still has us taking the tight end. Yep, Chris Thomas. Spencer Rudolph drops to 4, which if he does, I'm drafting him at 2. Maybe I trade up for Chris Thomas because Chris Thomas looks insane. I might use my other thing on Chris Thomas just to help me decide. We'll put Spencer Rudolph, Chris Thomas, and Josh Hales. If they're all top 3 talents, I mean, they can't be all top 3 talents. Hales is a 3rd round pick, right? But if he is actually that good, I don't know. Free agency recap now. Top pick was Trent Brown. He went to the Rams. Stephon Gilmore to the Lions. Grover Stewart to the Lions. Curtis Samuel went to the Pats. Obviously, that's us. Tommy Townsend didn't get signed. Beckham went to the Falcons. Mitch Morse went to the Broncos. Leonard Williams he came from the Giants, now goes to the Commanders. Andrew Van Ginkel goes to the Falcons. Taylor Lewan goes back to the Titans. Michael Pierce goes to the Colts. Marcus May goes to the Falcons. Kendrick Bourne didn't get signed. Maybe we pick him up in free agency. I don't know. Josh Reynolds went to the Titans. Josie Jewell went back to the Broncos. Jadeveon Clowney to the Giants. Geno Stone to the Raiders. Deshaun Elliott to the Broncos. A.J. Dillon to the Cardinals. Hunter Henry to the Titans. Kaimi Fairbairn and Kareem Hunt didn't get signed. Levi Wallace went back to the Steelers. Mike Hilton went to the Bears. Nick Folk did not get signed. Ryan Neal to the Eagles. Rashid Shaheed, obviously the guy I wanted to get, went to the Falcons. Steven Nelson went to the Bears. Shaq Barrett went to the Vikings. MVS Peters, James Conner, Zeke, all not signed. Drew Tranquil was on the Chiefs. Went to the Vikings now. Danico Entree went to the Lions. Lions making a lot of big moves. Cody Barton went to the Eagles. And then here's my pick, Cordero Patterson. DJ Shark went to the Jets. That's a big speed threat. Dalton Reisner went to the Panthers. There's us getting Jonah Williams. A lot of guys just left in free agency, like Leonard Floyd. He's old, but he could provide something for the teams. Terrell Edmonds, that's a big one. 77 overall strong safety. Didn't get any offers that he wanted. Zach Moss, obviously, a lot of young corners or young running backs will be left in free agency just because no one needs them. AJ Epineza, Baker Mayfield goes to the Titans. Let's just look at some of the big quarterbacks moves. Titans get Baker. Darnold goes to the Raiders. And that's it besides us getting Teddy Bridgewater. Oh, maybe we should have gotten Trey Lance. 67 overall, but hey, maybe he's something. Or Garner Minshew, I guess. Yep, only 2 quarterbacks to get signed. Or only 3 quarterbacks got signed. Oh, and Will Grier to the Jets. Why would you sign Will Grier? Oh, there's more at the bottom. Brett Hundley to the Bucks. Ben DiNucci to the Steelers. Ian Book to the Bucks. Jake Browning to the Eagles. Is that... Oh, nope. Garrett Gilbert to the Panthers. And Mike Glennon, the worst quarterback on the board, gets an $830K deal to the Bucks. And then, yeah, other big wide receiver contracts. Not really a lot. There's a lot of them in free agency. Laviska Shenault to the Eagles. Paris Campbell to the Bears. But you just see a lot of these guys just sit in free agency. No one's ever going to sign them. D. Eskridge is on here. I don't know why I brought him up specifically. Quez Watkins, super fast. Maybe we pick him up. I say that we're going to pick up all these guys, but I don't know if we're actually going to. That's the thing. But now we're going to head to the draft. Remember, we're going to see what overall my boy, the starting quarterback, is. And here is the start of the draft. The Arizona Cardinals pick at number 1, and their pick is Alani Toon out of Florida. And now that comes to us. And who do we pick? Spencer Rudolph is not top talent. That tells us everything we need to know. If we look at the favorites, Josh Hales is not top talent. Okay, so I guess we don't get a quarterback. That leaves us with only one guy. Chris Thomas. We re-signed Hunter Henry, but Chris Thomas looks amazing. I'm picking Chris Thomas, tight end out of South Carolina, and he's not the fastest. He's wearing Hunter Henry's number. I think that's funny. But look at that. 87 excel, 88 agility. He's going to be amazing for us. Now, we're going to sim through a couple of these picks because I kind of want to get that wide receiver, Nick Parrish. I was looking at him. He seems fast. He is elite in the speed department. And if I remember correctly, he goes at number 9 to the Vikings. So, number 3 overall pick is Paul McClain out of Florida State. Now the Giants come up. And this is where the quarterback went in the mock drafts. And Spencer Rudolph out of Louisville goes to the Giants. The Bucks pick Santiago Soriano, the right outside linebacker out of Oregon. Raiders, Jeremiah Clark, the right end out of Washington. Jets pick Anthony Allen, a tackle out of NC State. And the Bears pick Alex Parks, a linebacker out of Florida State. And now here's where I am in a pickle. I'm going to see what I need to trade for this number 9 overall pick from the Vikings. Because I want to get this receiver. He looks good to me, but I'm also not a great judge of talent. I'm very bad at drafting. They want Christian Gonzalez and 2 firsts and a 4th, or they want 2 firsts and a 2nd this year. Well, I'm not giving you Christian Gonzalez. Who could I give you instead? You need a quarterback, which we have Mac Jones. Yeah, that puts you over the salary cap. You can't even take any players. I have to give you draft picks. So I'll start with my 2 seconds. What do you think about that? How much would my next year first? What would my next year first do? So my next year first and maybe the second round pick would put you pretty close. And if I go, I don't have a next year third. If we go 2 years from now third, and maybe we throw in a second from 2 years from now. What if we just do that instead? Okay. I think if we throw in, if we go like a fourth in 2026, how would that look? And I think if we just throw in like 7th-round picks or 6th-round pick. Big trade. We trade for the number 9 overall pick from the Vikings for a 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick this year, a 1st-rounder next year, and a 2nd and 4th in 2026. And we're drafting not a running back. I made a mistake. We're not drafting a running back. We are drafting Nick Parrish. But do we draft Nick Parrish? Because at the same time, Cordell Goodwin is sitting here, and he is awesome. What's worse? Is it our corners or is it our receivers? Corners, we got B-, B-, C+. Wide receivers, we got B, B-, C. It really comes down to a coin flip because I can only get one of them. I'm looking at Jonathan Andrews just to... Oh, wow. Okay. This draft class might just be buffed. Nick Parrish, how fast are you? You ran a 4.31. You're fast with not a lot of strength. You're just a deep threat. And Cordell Goodwin is slower, but you've got strength. I'm going Cordell Goodwin. I said I was going to trade up for the running back or the receiver. We're going Cordell Goodwin out of Wisconsin. And now do I think it's possible to trade up a second time? What would the Bears want for the number 10 overall pick? Actually, since I picked their pick, so will they pick Nick Parrish is the question. They've drafted, they probably will. This is Nick Parrish, isn't it? Yep, Nick Parrish is gone. So I just wanted to see what they would do. So we're going to sim to our next pick. Nick Parrish is gone. Now it's our 2nd-round pick, and we have to look again at what do we want. I haven't really done this much scouting this deep into the draft class, but there's a ton of corners. Patrick McLeod. He skipped the combine. Doesn't like Roger Goodell's idea of the combine. Damian Samuels out of Notre Dame. He looks decent. Not great at jumping, but we got Richard Cohen out of NC. Another fast corner. The question is, did I make a mistake with how many corners are out here and how little receivers there are? Did I make a mistake not picking that receiver? We see Frank Beekman out of Ohio State. That's a big school. And he's got great stats, but I mean, I don't need a tackle. So my question is, what quarterbacks are here? Darrell Chamberlain, who looks not good. He's the guy with great throw power, but bad a bunch of other stuff. I think we might just reach on Josh Hales. He looks like a okay quarterback. Looks like he might be able to start for us. Like you see all these guys randomly down here. Ben Rivers. He's got great running stats, but is he a good quarterback? No. So I feel like we might go... I don't want to go halfback, but there's probably insane halfbacks here. Like Carl Clifton. Do you look any good? You're a power back. If we look at receivers, Alex Hightower's here. I have seen players that do not look good in the stats, but are great. But like Anthony Dorsey, you have F deep route, but are you like an insane... Oh. I might have to go Anthony Dorsey just because of look at that. He's not fast, but elite jumping and elite strength, and he has the number 1 bench press, 2 vertical, and number 1 broad jump. Where is he projected to go on on the draft board? Because do I pick again in the 2nd round? No, I don't. This is my only pick this round. I think I'm gonna go with him. Anthony Dorsey, wide receiver out of Georgia. He's 6'3", 217. He's physical. We're gonna draft him. Hidden development. His bad speed was 90. That's not terrible. That's still faster than a lot of my guys. That could be a big pick. And now I think we're gonna sim to our next round and pick here in the third. And I think this is where we go Hails. Throw a Hail Mary, pun intended. Antonio Reddick's here, another receiver, but elite jumping, another physical guy. Looks terrible in most stats though. I think we just reach on the quarterback, see what happens. Ben Dodson looks bad. I mean, at this point in the draft, Patriots are a team that would definitely reach on people like Josh Hales. He's 45 on the draft board. What the heck? We're going to give him a shot. Hidden development. Looks like he could be a good scrambler at least. And he's got decent throw power, so maybe we can make something work with him even though he's not a high overall. Our next pick is in the 6th round. We threw our Hail Mary. Now maybe we draft like a... Oh, there's Carl Clifton. He got drafted to the Chiefs. Chester Booth goes a pick before us. Panthers obviously got the #1 overall pick. No, they didn't. I don't know why I even said that. That doesn't make any sense. What other team did? Jamie Holmes is up here. He's around 3 to 4 talent. He was that guy that can jump, right? Nope, not even the same guy. 6th round picks. We looking for guys that are day 3 projected because everyone that's on the board up top are like really bad. Like if you look at Jaden Odom, he's got good tackle and good zone coverage, and he's fast, which makes you think that maybe instead of being a middle linebacker or an outside linebacker, he should be a middle linebacker or a safety. And I think just because we don't have a ton of outside pressure, we're going to draft him, maybe move him to middle linebacker, and see if he can do something. He'll be competing with Marte Mapu for that second middle linebacker spot, but I think it's worth a shot. So we're going to send him to our 7th round pick. We only got one. Got to make it count. We'll look at the positions. Like, yeah, there's just a bunch of guys that aren't, like, good. No offense to them, or offense to them. I don't know, they're fake. They do not exist. Christian Wright. We could go with another quarterback. Luke Kerr. Okay. He doesn't look great. But, I mean, it would provide more depth, if anything. He's a potential UDFA, so, like, probably not even going to get drafted. Maybe we go, like, a running back. Ooh, this guy has potential. Brian Beckham, potential UDFA. No, he does not look good. I lied. Like, you see, like, Sergio Hopkins. If he, yeah, he has elite speed, or elite jumping, great speed. We're going to go Sergio Hopkins out of, I forgot to look at the college. Doesn't really matter. Out of Tulsa. So you got a Tulsa running back. I did not mean to just go next pick. Packers pick Neville Weary out of Delaware State. And Mr. Irrelevant is by the Niners again. All right, draft recap. Let's see what our rookies look like. And wow, we drafted well. Chris Thomas is a 77 overall. Cordell Goodwin is a 78. Anthony Dorsey is a 75. Josh Hales is a 70. That's 4 great picks. Josh Hales is a 4th round pick, or 3rd round pick, projected 3rd to 4th round. And I'm gonna move Jalen Odom to middle linebacker because I feel like he has a better chance of doing better there. I'm glad they got rid of the glitch where everybody you draft is the same character model though. So we're moving him to middle linebacker. We'll see what his overall is now. 61. It went down, but I mean I'm giving him a shot somewhere else. But yeah, so I think that's a good draft. Let's look at the top of the draft class. Oh, did we draft the best player in the draft class? First, let's see what... Nick Parrish was a 76, and I think that's right. #1 player in the draft class, Cordell Goodwin. Chris Thomas is #3. Only Will Collins is up there with our guys, and Nick Parrish is like the fifth highest. But I'm content with the guys we have up here though. But yeah, like Nick Parrish had tied for the highest speed with a 7th round pick. I will definitely take that draft. Um, we'll sim to preseason. We're not gonna do the training and preseason games in this episode. That'll be the next episode. But we are gonna look at the team. Oh, we get to play the Eagles. Great. We'll do best lineup and see what we look like. So there's Jonah Williams at left tackle. Chris Thomas will back up Mike Gesicki, obviously. There's our fullback, who looks familiar. It's not because that him, though. Number 1 receiver right now is Curtis Samuel. Demario Douglas drops to number 4, but Dorsey's also here, so that's important to think about. There's our rookie running back, Hopkins, our 7th-round pick. Maybe if we're up or down by a ton, we'll get him some time. Judon, I'm thinking about moving him down. If we move him to edge, because Christian Barmore's our rush D tackle, right? Yeah, he's our rush D tackle. So if we move Barmore down to right or to left end, that would make no sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. If we changed schemes, if we changed it to a 4-3 with 4 guys on the D line, then moving Judon down, because then we can move either Bentley or Mapu to outside linebacker. Or I guess, yeah. We did try to sign someone else. I don't remember who it was, but we tried signing someone else. But yeah, our corners look better now. We got Christian Gonzalez, J.C. Jackson. I forgot his name already. Cordell Goodwin, Patrick Peterson, and Jack Jones. All right, let's see if I can remember all of our rookies' names. Chris Thomas, Antonio Dorsey, or is it Anthony? Anthony Dorsey. Josh Hales, and then Cordell Goodwin. I am gonna do some like player looking. I'm gonna make him look like cooler, not cooler, but I'm gonna like put face paint on him. I'm not gonna adjust any of like how they run or anything. I gotta make sure I don't go to the other. If there's a slide where it shows what development trait he has, I don't want to know whether or not they have superstar or anything. I don't want to adjust head and physique either. That seems like it'd be cheating if I make him like 8'6". But we'll go to like his arms. If we want to make him look really, really nice, we'll put like on his elbow. We'll put, because there's a lot of, you'll see like players play with like this brace on. We'll put like there's that big elbow brace. I'm gonna put a sleeve on him though. I think he'll look better if he puts a sleeve on. We'll put black sleeve on his left arm. And then here, what gloves are you using? Hales? Nope, this is not Hales. So our secondary color is red. Ooh, these kind of look cool. We'll go with that one for both of his gloves. There we go. Kind of match the theme better. Did you put on the sleeve I told you to put on? No, you did not. All right. So you got the sleeve on. So there is our not starting tight end, Chris Thomas. Hopefully he'll overtake Gesicki. He'll be one of our focus players, which is the player that will get extra XP. So there's Chris Thomas, and then we'll also do Anthony Dorsey. We'll edit Anthony Dorsey. I'm hoping we get a bunch of like superstar and superstar X Factor. I doubt we will though. I'm gonna guess Hales is definitely star because he's 70 overall, but it's worth a shot, you know. Okay, we'll adjust his torso. We can adjust like what kind of shirt he has, but I'm not gonna do that. We'll just go gloves. See what gloves you want on. What gloves would look clean for a receiver? Black gloves or white gloves? That's just tape. I think if we go maybe these ones, the red gloves. I know Julian Edelman. I saw a podcast about him. Talking about like when they used to play the Chiefs, they would wear red gloves because they could get away with holding more. And I'm like, that actually sounds smart. We'll go no other things besides. Can we adjust face paint? Yes, we can. Face paint. We'll give him. We'll give him something like that. No, we'll go. There we go. And then we'll go mouth guard. What kind of mouth guard do you think he would wear? He's a physical guy, so I think something like he wears DK Metcalf wears pacifiers and stuff like that and he looks sick. So I am gonna adjust one more thing on Chris Thomas's. Uh oh wait, one more thing. Anthony Dorsey cannot be wearing number 12. There is a pretty notable player in Patriots history to wear number 12. I wish they could put retired numbers in the game, but I don't think that's possible. All right, we got 1 open, 3 open, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. Make him more 22 like Rashid Shaheed, but I think the best one I like for him, kind of like a Tank Dell type, number 3. And then Chris Thomas. I think him wearing 85 makes a lot of sense, but we'll look at him. We'll look at what he looks like wearing single digits after we put on his face paint, because I'm gonna put on face paint. I like when I'm gonna put on the, not. I'm gonna put on the cross. This one, the cross eye paint. So yeah, currently he's wearing Hunter Henry's number, the number that Hunter Henry wore. What other tight end numbers? So 83, 85, 87, or we can go like number 1, number 12. Yeah, I think we're gonna go 87. No, that's Gronk's number. I wouldn't use 87. 85 or 83. We'll go 8. We'll stick with 85, the number he was given. And then last but not least, on offense, Josh Hales wearing number 0. That looks illegal, seeing a quarterback wear 0. It's either 1, 12, which we obviously can't use, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. He was a 3rd round pick, so it would make the most sense. We'll go. Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of options. We'll go 18. So Josh Hales will wear 18 instead of 0, which looks criminal to put on him. By the way, what number? Patterson gets 84, right? Yeah, okay. Patterson got 84. We're all good. Who else did we sign up for HD? Samuel, did you get number 4? Yep. Sam, you got number 4. That's the number he wears in real life. I'm gonna look up what number Demario Douglas had in college, because normally the Patriots give the rookies numbers, like higher numbers once they're rookies, but then they can change them. Demario Douglas's college number was 3. Who wears number 3 right now? Oh, I gave Dorsey number 3. So we'll keep Demario Douglas's at 81. And then last but not least, to make changes to, is my boy Cordell Goodwin. We'll see what we can give him. Okay. Start with number. He was a 1st round pick. So maybe do we give him 1? Kind of like Sauce Gardner. We'll do that. We'll give him 1. Yeah, give me the thumbs up. This guy's going to be our star on the defense. We'll give you double sleeves. Because obviously seeing a corner with no sleeves on looks illegal. We might go like half sleeves, but like top half. Is there a top half sleeve? Here we go. We'll go like that. There we go. So now we got a pretty interesting core of corners. Christian Gonzalez and Cordell Goodwin, who are both young guns. And J.C. Jackson's like 30 at this point. Patrick Peterson's even older. Yeah, so it's an interesting bunch. But yeah, now that we're not in the what's his face, Bill Belichick era, because that's technically who he replaced, even though not actually replacing him. We don't like do that kind of stuff. We let rookies pick their numbers if they want to pick their numbers. Juju's still gonna wear number 7 because he obviously can't wear number 9. Someone on our defense wears number 9. I wonder who that could be. Only player that wouldn't make sense to change your number. J.C. Jackson originally wore 27 in New England before he left and came back. I think he's wearing 27 right now, but I don't think I can give him 27. I don't know who wears 27, to be honest. I don't think it's Peppers. It's not Doug, any of our offensive guys. Ooh, might be Ramondre. No, Ramondre's 23. Nope, Ramondre's 28. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So in the next episode, guys, I will do training camp and I will do the preseason games, and then I'll make our preseason cuts, and then we'll have our starting roster. So if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like and subscribe. And hopefully you guys liked who we drafted. And if you guys want Nick Parrish instead of Cordell Goodwin, unfortunate, but Cordell Goodwin is going to be the next Sauce Gardner. Just watch. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.